This is CelsoNolberto from PurposeToFunction LLC. So today, guys, I'm bringing this video to simply explain what is it that I do in my business. I have been thinking, I have been putting out my advertisement, I've been putting out the information concerning what I do, but I had a present thought in my mind that maybe a lot of individuals may not completely understand what is it that I do in its totality. So I'm here basically to explain step by step what is it that I do as a career consultant. And before I get started, I'd just like to ask everyone to please don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you like the content and what I'm providing here today, I encourage you to press the little bell there on the side, so every time I give a new service or I put out new content out there, you'll be able to be the first one to be notified. So let's get started, guys. So as I was saying, a lot of people may not completely understand what is it that I do as a career consultant. That's not the only aspect of my job, but that is one of the primal focus of my business. So let's define a consultant. Merriam-Webster describes a consultant as one who gives professional advice or services. In other words, an expert. So a consultant is someone who is specialized in a particular field, and they're able to give information to whoever may need it, whoever may need a particular advice that could get them from point A to point B, that could fill the gap, in other words, and get them to where they need to go. So basically, I'm that individual. I'm a consultant, but when we speak about my specialization, so I am a career consultant or career transition consultant, right? And some may even classify me as a career coach. But what I do is more in the lines of consultant, though I can also provide career coaching, but that is my specialization. So the way I would pitch this, so you could clearly understand, and let me define simply what I do and what services I particularly provide. I help growing professionals and students find their career path and teach them how to effectively dominate in their career with innate gifts and talents. So once again, I help growing professionals and students find their career path and teach them how to effectively dominate in their career with their innate gifts and talents. So in other words, guys, that simply means that I not only help those who are, let's say, unhappy at work, or they may not know, they're students, they may not know what they want to do or what major they want to take up. Professionals who are already working, right, but they're seeing how to transition from that place. They have already been there for a while, they become burned out in that particular area or field, and they want to branch out into something new. Or a business professional who simply wants to find a new job, or someone who wants to start up a business, right? So that's where I come into play. I help them find that particular career path. And not only that, but I help them to dominate that area of space. I help them to dominate in that career with their innate gifts and talents. So the gifting and talents that you already have, my job is to draw that out and tailor specific steps that will help you to excel, that will help you to dominate. That's the particular word I love and I use. But that will help you to grow and to be effective in your area of career, right? In your area of career. And that's what I do. So with the gifting and talents that you already have, I help you to be effective in your career with that. And I tailor specific strategies, techniques, ideas to that. In other words, what you're called to be, what's inside of you, I help bring it out And I help you to grow with your strengths and abilities that you already have, and help you to see it in a way that it's clear and crystal to you. Okay? So that's what I do. So how do I do this? How do I provide that service? So here, guys, I'm going to be explaining my process or my framework. It's not going to be, I'm not going to explain all of my packages and all of my service. I'm just going to simply explain my first package, which is called Get It Right. So in my Get It Right package, the particular consulting framework I use is this. So we'll have our first session, because the package includes that first session. And that package is simply an evaluation or a self-evaluation or assessment session, where basically I will begin by asking you a series of questions. Questions that will make you think about yourself in a way you usually wouldn't. Because in the particular questions that I will ask, things like, what are you great at? What has people said you're unique at doing or are amazing in doing? And in that, a lot of people, they don't really like to talk about themselves. But in this process, you will see how I will begin to start drawing out gems and treasure from you in such a beautiful and unique way. And this is a way that generally speaking, people wouldn't think like this, or they wouldn't really like to talk about themselves, because let's say some ideologies or some ideas, like maybe they will consider themselves to be prideful to do that. But that has nothing to do with it. This is a consulting technique that I use to draw out the best from you. Okay? So I will ask those particular questions. Now, when I feel to go deeper in a particular area of questions, I will continue probing that question, but in a different way, so that I can get a more clear understanding of the train of thought that we have begun in our discussion. And in that, you will begin to see yourself like, wow, like I never thought about it this way, or wow, I never saw myself in this light. And I'll begin to start making clear to you, or shining a light on particular giftings, talents, even hobbies that you have, and show you how you can monetize that. In other words, show you how you could bring value, how you can produce, how you can multiply what you already have. So simply, guys, I'll ask you questions and begin to probe you on questions, to go deeper with the questions, to draw out the hidden gems in you. So my focus, guys, is to make you think, right? To make you think about your purpose, to make you think about the next steps, to, in general, make you think about what you're capable of and what you bring to life and what you bring to the table, okay? So after the questions, I will begin to then draw my conclusions. I begin to draw my conclusions and point out potential, point out potential areas, or your potential, that potential direction that you can go in. So whether it be in a career, whether it be in business, or whether it be academic, I can help you to point you in that academic, on what you could do academically speaking, what you can do as a business or business startup, or what you can do in your career right now to maximize, right, your potential and to grow exponentially. So the second step is I'll basically point you to the direction, to your potential direction. Because I wouldn't necessarily tell you this is what it is. I would tell you this is what it could be. And we'll give you different ways so you could begin to start thinking about what would that look like for you. Okay. So lastly, guys, in this process, after after I point you in the direction, I'll begin to start bringing forth fresh ideas, new ideas on how to grow, on how to position yourself, and things to consider. So it would be the awesome thing about this, guys, is that it's uniquely tailored to your situation, to you, and that's just simply how I work. And in this process, you will see that I will have my notepad, my pen or pencil, and I'll begin to just start taking notes. So this self-evaluation assessment is basically, I'm assessing you on your giftings, your talents, different areas of potential, and from there, I will begin to draw my conclusions. Okay, and I will be writing down not only the particular answers to what I'm asking you, but also my ideas, also my thoughts, and also side thoughts of anything that would just come to mind. And guys, what make this unique, and I've mentioned this in a different video, but what make my services unique is that I have 9 to 10 years now of experience of working with people. So I use the insight that I've learned from working with people in different areas of service, leadership, etc., nonprofits, etc., to be able to bring out the best in you. Okay? After the self-evaluation process, after I've taken my notes and told you the different ideas and fresh techniques and all these new things that I bring to you, I will then send you a copy of the assessment via email so you can see what we discussed. And in that, it will help you to remain focused. Okay? So it will take 2 to 3 business days for the email to come to you. But it's all centralized, and you having this thing right in front of you that you could constantly look at, remind yourself of what we'll discuss, so you could begin to work on that on your own. Okay? So in this first package, after I sent you your email, then we will have a follow-up 30-minute mini session where we can then discuss your thoughts on everything that was discussed in the session prior, what you've been doing so far, and how you can make the necessary adjustments to begin to grow with what has been given to you already. Okay? And lastly, I give you a worksheet on how to stay focused and how to use the evaluation assessment sheet to your advantage. So once again, you will have the assessment right in front of you, and this additional worksheet will simply be giving you information on how you can use that effectively when it comes to setting goals, short-term, long-terms, etc. I don't go too much into that because that goes into the next package. But I do give you sets of strategies and techniques in this worksheet that helps you to focus and how to use it to the best of your advantage. Okay. So next, guys, I'm simply going to talk about the other services that I provide. So I've already mentioned to you guys how I do my consultant services, what consultant is. Okay, and simply, guys, the other services that I provide is life coaching, which deals with basically, guys, having someone that can support you in your growth, in your short-term and long-term goals. Okay, and making sure you get quick, right, results, quick wins right away, so that you could begin to build your own momentum. And I help you basically get certain things or areas in your life together so that you could work to the maximum potential and just be your best and just be you to the maximum capacity. Other services I provide besides life coaching is motivational speaking. And guys, I also do keynote speeches or workshops, right? particularly in the area of groups. So for groups, I provide three most the most asked about or most popular subjects that I teach is self-care, customer service, and leadership development. And guys, concerning the self-care, I think that is one that's very relevant, particularly for this time. There's a lot of talk about mental health, etc. And basically my self-care workshop helps you to bring balance to your life, your workplace, and everything above, okay? So that you can remain effective. The Another service that I provide is simultaneous interpretation. I can interpret right alongside you, whether it be in Spanish and English, whether it be for a business, an organization, a church event, etc. Okay? And lastly, resume writing. Simply, I bring forth, I build a professional resume for you. So guys, this is what I do as a career consultant or career transitional consultant. This is my job. This is what I do. Guys, if any of you have any questions, feel free to ask below. I can answer it, whether it be on the next video or I'll answer you right in your text. Feel free to contact me, guys. Guys, PurposeToFunction LLC. Call me at 347-376-6656. I also have my website on the link below. Feel free, guys, to call to schedule your session. I also will be sending a link below on how to schedule a session with me, right? And I'll receive it on my end and we could get started right away. So have a good one, guys. Thank you all for being a part of this movement, this growth in my process in business. I'm very excited about it and what God is going to do next. Guys, until next time, thank you. Have a good one. And remember, support and sharing is caring. Love you all. Have a good one. Peace.